Hi everyone, I'm here to bring you a quick deck tech on Jeskai Dragons before I run a couple games with it on MTG Arena. To start with, let's talk about the dragon package we have here. Um, 9 dragons to turn on our exhales. Uh, Pretty cool 2 mana spells. Molten Exhale, 4 damage to any creature. Planeswalker, if you have a dragon in play or in your hand, instant, awesome. And then we have a Dispelling Exhale uh, counter for 2 mana, 4 mana if you have a dragon. Awesome. But what we're really here for is these dragons. So first let's talk about the Meringue River region. And it's a huge 6/7 dragon that bounces 2 permanents. That's awesome. But I think the real strength of this card is the Omen effect. Sifting at instant speed is pretty powerful. I think that would be playable on its own, but attached to the big 6/7 dragon body really pushes it over the edge. We have Shiko, and Shiko is just pretty much why we're playing this deck. The flashback effect, it's just always tons of value. You know, whether you're getting a stock up or just a removal spell to, slow your opponent down. Um, I find this often just being Siege Rhino, drop Shiko, lightning healing, lightning helixing your opponent's face. It's an often play pattern to close out games and gives you tons of reach. I would say one thing I'd like to see, and maybe after rotation, um, as we'll see more and more spells that we could flashback. Um, then we have Zergo and Ojutai. Kind of just put this in here as a fun of, but it's pretty good when you play against like the mono blacks of the world. You'll trade resources, and then you'll see they'll have a couple cards in hand, and guess what? They're all removal spells. We don't have many creatures, so they kind of just rot in their hand. This comes down hexproof, and then you can bounce it back to your hand. It also dodges Liliana, which is pretty powerful. Um, the rest of the stuff would be your standard blue-white control package. We got our sweepers, stock ups, 3 steps ahead, which is pretty nice in this deck. If you have a lot of mana out, you can counter a spell, and then cloning one of these dragons with the powerful ETB effects can often be game breaking. Countering a spell, bouncing the 2 permanents or 2 tokens is a huge momentum shift at times. Uh, and then we'll talk about the mana base. I think the mana base is pretty good. I've changed it a little bit from time to time. I think the most important thing is having your surveil lands. So I started with a smaller number of surveil lands, and I've seen some similar lists that 5-0'd leagues, and they've run less surveil lands, but I think it's just so important. One of the ways this deck can fail is just not having land with a land type to turn on your Verge package. But when the Verge package is on, sweet, tons of untapped mana. We got the one Anchorage. This coming in to close some games out. And I want to talk about this land, the Quarry Mountain Monastery. This land is very powerful. Do not sleep on this card. Uh, Being able to exile a card and being able to play it until your next turn. So if you pop it on your turn, the card is available on your opponent's turn and then on your next turn. And then if you pop this into turn on your opponent's turn, untapped, it's just a very powerful late game engine. And yeah, this is the deck. I'm gonna play a few games with it. Post it down below. See you guys later.